uncontrolled chaos here. No Man's Sky developers put out a new patch. It is the 4.34 patch. There's some really good stuff and fixes here and some really interesting stuff. If you want to check out the full patch notes, link in the description down below. But here's the really cool stuff in this update. So first off, they fixed an issue that could cause a number of options to be missing from the options menu, some options to appear when they should not. This is really good for when you're wanting to change out your options and looking for something and not being there. It will now be there and work as intended. This is a really good fix. They also fixed a rare issue that could cause all NPCs to fall out of the space station, and that's a really nice fix. I can just see it now. It's sort of like,
hey Brian, check it out. Meg's poking around the cargo hold. I'm gonna give her a little scare.
be hilarious to have actually seen something like that happen. They also fixed a rare crash that could happen on VR. So VR players, you're not going to be crashing as much. They also fixed a rare issue that could leave player-owned interceptor ships without any installed technology, which is a good thing because interceptor ships have unique technologies on them, just like the solar sail ships and the living ships, especially the living ships. The solar sail ships only have one, but you know, as we all know, interceptor ships have a bunch of new technology that is really, really good. They've also fixed a Mac-only issue that caused large bases to load very slowly. This is good for Mac users because now those bases are going to load up quicker, which is a lot nicer. You're not going to have to stand around and wait. I really like that fix. They fixed an issue that could prevent the Singularity Expedition from converting into a normal mode save after it was completed. Another great fix for those that want to continue playing around after the Singularity Expedition has been completed. Good one there. They fixed a crash related to synchronizing freighters in multiplayer. This would have been a big pain for a lot of players playing multiplayer, especially in the expeditions. And that's a good fix there. Fixed a rare issue that could cause players to be erroneously told their inventory was full when claiming rewards from the Wayfarer milestone. This would have annoyed players. I could definitely see that, especially if there was no way around it and you were having to, delete some stuff and try to go back in and it was still telling you that. That will bother me to no end, so that's a good bug to be fixed. Fixed a rare issue that could cause the Galaxy mission path to point in the wrong destination system.
Good evening and welcome to Realizing I've Given the Wrong Directions to. Tonight I shall be realizing I've given the wrong directions to Rabbi Michael Leibovitz. Good evening.
This is definitely a good fix to have happen because you don't want to be going the wrong way. It's like being told, oh, you need to go left when you're supposed to go right, vice versa, stuff like that. Fix a crash related to the multi-tools. Multi-tools are our life and blood. It's how we get our resources. It's how we do combat and things like that. It's also where our scanners go and stuff like that. So having a bug on the multi-tool that causes a crash is a big issue. So they also fixed an issue that could result in players becoming permanently stuck to their chair in the Guild Envoys area of the space station. Now, the question I have on this one is, if you reload, are you still in that chair? Because if you are, that is a Sev 2 bug, and that means you're blocked, and that's a very important thing. However, it's not bad of a bug if you do a reload and you're not stuck in that chair. So that one, it could go either way. It really depends, especially if you've been sitting in that chair for more than the time it takes for it to do its autosave that they've introduced. If it does the autosave and you spawn back in and you're still in that chair and you're constantly stuck in there, that's a real bummer of a thing. But good thing they have the autosaves and then they have the manual saves. So both the autosaves and the manual saves are with you being in the chair and you couldn't get, that would have been really, really harsh. They fixed an issue that caused Sentinel Interceptor ships to be worth 10 times as much as their salvage was worth. Talk about cha-ching, cha-ching. I mean, this is just money raining down on those players that knew about this. I wish I would have known about this. I would have done a video on it. That would have been amazingly cool just to see that money rain in. So those of you that knew about this and took advantage of that, kudos to you for hitting the lottery and becoming millionaires and billionaires in No Man's Sky. They fixed a hang related to reloading mission. This is really good. Hangs are always a pain because it makes it feel like your system's locked up. The game's locked up. This is good if it's a really long hang. If it was a short hang, not as big of a problem. But those longer hangs, it just feels that your system's locked up, the game's locked up, something's gone wrong. And that would make it look almost like the game's crashed in a way. Then they fixed a rare issue that could cause the current expedition to end early. Some of you might like this, some of you might not. The ones that would like this is the ones that just want to get the expedition over with. They want all the rewards. Problem is if it finished too early and you didn't get all the rewards, then you have to go back and do it again. The other thing with this is there are people like me who want to know the lore and the background and be told the story that they're creating with this expedition that adds on to the Interceptor story that was given with that update. So if you're wanting that information, it means you gotta go back through and play again, and that's a bothersome thing. But they fixed it, and that's good. They fixed a rare crash related to mission logs. This is good. Mission logs are important for a lot of us. It lets us know where to go next, what to do, things like that when we're out and about. So that's a great fix. Finally, they fixed a PlayStation 4 crash related to reporting bases. And so that's a good fix there. Overall, these are some really good fixes and some funny ones that I wish I could have seen, especially the NPCs falling out of the space station. I would have loved to have been in my ship seeing all of those NPCs floating in space. That would have been hilarious. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe and have a great day.